This video is brought to you by the Abbey Community Skills Society. Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Laszlo, I'm a virtual instructor. In this video, I will be showing you how to use Audacity to create some sound effects for our game, as well as how to go online and find some fonts that we can download and use to display our score and do some other things with. So let's get started. First things first, we need to create some folders to store our sound files in, and also our font. So double click the Flappy Bird folder that you've created on the desktop from before. I'm going to be creating 3 folders. First, right click, new folder, and I'll call this sounds. This folder will hold all the sounds that we use for the game. Right click in, new folder, source sounds. So this will hold the editable sound file that we can edit to create the sounds in the sounds folder. And then finally, we're going to make one for fonts. Perfect. So once you've got the 3 folders ready to go, you can close the Explorer. And then we're going to launch a program called Audacity. Just takes a second. Here's Audacity. It's a fairly straightforward program. It's mostly used for recording sounds, but it can also be used to record and edit sounds, and also just to edit sounds. To be able to do this lesson, you will need a microphone. So I'm using this. It's a Blue Snowball. Any microphone works. If you have a microphone on your computer, like on your laptop, that works. If you don't have a microphone, you can always use your phone, make a recording, sound recording on your phone, and transfer the file over to your computer, and then you can use this program to edit the file. Okay, so once you've got the microphone set up, you can always test it by clicking the record button. And then if you're talking and there's lines showing up, that means it's recording. And then if you're talking and there's lines showing up, yeah, there we go. So that's proof that it is recording and it's working. What I did there, I just left clicked, dragged my mouse to highlight, and then I pressed delete on the keyboard. That's how you delete a sound that you don't want. Anyways, let's get started. So first things first, we need to record some audio. So I'm going to click record. I'll be using my mouth to whistle, maybe make some sound effects, as well as some clapping and hitting my arm to also make some sound effects. The 2 sounds we want to create are Flappy Bird flapping its wing and having a collision with something. So let's go ahead. Woot! Woot! Ouch! There we go. Your family might think this is funny. It is funny. Okay. Here's all my sounds. I'm going to listen to each one separately. I want to hear what they sound like and then pick the best one. What I'm doing here to get closer to each one of these bars, so each one of these bars represents a sound. If you hold down Control on the keyboard and roll the mouse wheel forward or backwards, you can zoom in so you can see this sound from closer. I'm just going to center it. I'm going to highlight it just like before, so left click and drag to highlight it. Once it's highlighted, you can press the space bar or play button and listen to what it sounds like. It's not bad. Let's try the next one. It's even better. Okay, I want to pick one of these whistling ones, so maybe the 3rd one. Okay, so I like this one. I might use this as my wing flap. One of the cool things about Audacity is you can also apply effects to these sounds. So if I go Effect, once I've highlighted it, I can click Effect. And then if I, for example, change the pitch, so I could lower the sound of it. Let's see what that sounds like. I like that. I could go even lower. Let's see what that does. Let's try minus 40%. Too low. Okay, I like that. So there we go. So I've lowered this sound. I've lowered the pitch of it by 35%. It's the one I want to use. So once again, once it's highlighted, you can go to File, Export, Export Selected Audio, and then make sure you find the folder. So I'm going to go Desktop, Flappy Bird, find the sounds folder. I'm going to call this flap, just F-L-A-P, and then click save. And what that should do, and I'm going to demonstrate this to you, if I double click my folder, go to my sounds folder, you can see now there's a sound file in there. Perfect. So we just need to make one more, which is our bird colliding with the ground. Let's see what some of these sound like. Ow. I might use this one. This is kind of like a strong clap. Let's also lower the pitch a little bit. Sure, that's good. I'm kind of the same with sounds as I am with graphics. I'm not an artist, not a sound designer, sound artist. So this is what I'm happy with. So same thing, I highlighted, file, export, export selected audio, and I'm going to call this collision, and save. Okay, so that's all good. I've got my sounds. Last thing, I do want to save this file if I want to come back and edit these later. So file, save project, and it's going to ask you where you want to save it. I'm going to go to the Flappy Bird folder, go to the source sounds, and call this, you can just call it sounds. Perfect, so that's all you have to do with Audacity. One last thing, if you do need to import some sounds, if you want to edit some sounds that maybe you record on your phone or got off the internet, you can always go File, Open, and then open the sound that you want, and then you'll see the same bars show up and you can edit those sounds. Just be careful not to use sounds that are copyrighted. Okay, so I'm done with that. The last step is to find some fonts. So I'm going to click this folder here, or in Chrome. I'm going to look for Google Fonts. Oops. Google Fonts, there we go. And so the website is fonts.google.com. And this website has a lot of fonts you can choose from. So these will be used to display our score, and maybe some other things like maybe the text on some buttons that you can press. So look for one that you really like. Oh, I like this one. So I found one. Luckiest Guy. I'm going to click this font. That's what it looks like. So if I had some score, maybe if I had, I don't know, 15 gates that I passed by, that's what it looked like. I really like that. It looks very cartoony. So once you've got the font and you clicked on it, you can click the download family. It should download. You can see in the bottom left corner here, it's downloading. Once it's downloaded, you can click it. This will open it in File Explorer. And I can take this file, right click, click copy, go over to my desktop again, find the Flappy Bird folder, fonts, and then paste. There we go. So that's how you get the font into the folder. And with that, we've got all the resources we need. So we've got our graphics, we've got our sound, and we've got our fonts. Everything else from here on will be done in Godot and using code. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.